in your face. Boom in your face. Hello and welcome to Boom in Your Face, a platform for indie artists and musicians to come and share their new music or project. We're excited to dive into the backstories in the world of independent artistry and explore the stories and experiences of those who are creating some of the most exciting and innovative work today. As we all know, the entertainment industry can be a challenging and competitive place, and independent artists and creatives often face even greater hurdles when it comes to getting their work seen or heard. However, despite these challenges, independent artists and creatives continue to push the boundaries of what's possible and bring their unique perspectives and talents to the world. So whether you're a fan of independent music, film, art, or just love hearing about the latest trends and developments in the entertainment industry, we invite you to join us on this exciting journey. With your support, we can shine a spotlight on the incredible work being done by independent artists and creators around the world and help to ensure their voices are heard loud and clear. That's why we need your support. We're committed to bringing you the most interesting and informative conversations with independent artists and creators from all walks of life. But we can't do it without your help. By supporting our podcast, you help us to bring these important stories to a wider audience and give independent artists and creatives the recognition they deserve. And I'm thanking you ahead of time for all your support, but also want to remind you that Boom in Your Face has a second meaning, that sometimes you think life is going one way, but Boom in Your Face, it goes a total different way. So sit back and relax, enjoy, and blessings. Hi, and welcome to Boom in Your Face. I'm Mary Kearney, and I'm happy to have you here. It's exciting and exciting time I hear for you. So I'm gonna let you speak to the people about introducing yourself, your name, a little bit about your background, your social media, and all of that. Let's start right at the top with that.
Oh man, you put me right on the spot.
Right on the
Yo,
spot. We're gonna start there.
hey, this is your boy Raymond Greene from Grit Life Entertainment, Grit Green and Power Publishing, the rap artist, the writer, the producer, the visionary, the next level, Mr. Next Level, uh, you know, clothing line designer, gritlifeclothing.com. You see
Oh,
the thing in the back,
mhm.
Grit Life. So it's gritlifeclothing.com, gritlifeworld.com. It is a brand, and I'm trying to take it to the next level, take music to the next level,
Okay.
take just art to the next level. That's
Mm,
me.
okay. So now let's start with that. Let's start with what got you inspired to do music.
Oh man. You know, I have to say that I was raised around a lot of old school people, like super duper old school. I'm talking about, great grandparents
Mm,
and
that's
generations in one house, like five generations in one house. So being able to hear somebody talk about when they used to do the Charleston, and if
right.
people don't know what that is, that's an old school,
That's right.
a super old
Yeah.
school dance, right? But hearing my great grandmother and seeing her actually do it, and just being around a whole lot of people in my household with music, and then I have family members
Mhm.
that were in hip hop as well, when I was younger, and my family inspired me. So I
Right.
would have to say that's who inspired me, was my family when it comes down to it. Yes.
Well, you have a wealth of information to pull from and life experience, which is so great and rare. Because
Oh,
sometimes
for sure.
you don't have that, and you had it right there in your home base, in your rearing of years. So now, with all that old school stuff that you have been poured into, because they poured into you, what would you say the most thing that you pulled out of learning from watching the different generations, saying how is it relatable to your music to now?
I would say that what's relatable is the fact that no one gave up, right?
Mm,
No one gave up. Everybody kept pushing, kept
mhm,
pushing. Everybody keep pushing. My grandfather was an entrepreneur.
mhm.
Um, he was a sharecropper first, a
Okay,
sharecropper, okay,
that's right.
that moved to the north like a whole lot of people did in the migration,
Right.
and ended up being a successful
Mhm,
gas station owner
All right.
in Harlem, New York in the 50s. He owned
Okay.
all the gas stations in Harlem, right?
Mm,
And learning from those experiences and learning and listening to everybody, they never stopped pushing,
right.
you know, and the heights that I'm able to take it take it to right now, with help, you know, is like me just never stop pushing. I mean, I could definitely have stopped. You know what they say about certain rappers of certain ages, which we're going to
Right.
contest that anyway because
Exactly.
we're going to contest that.
Okay.
You know, I'm pretty still. I'm still dope for
Okay.
my age, and
Yeah.
I can go to rounds with anybody. But anyway,
Yeah.
um,
But no,
never
that's
stop
important,
pushing.
that point, because a lot of people do try to pigeonhole people into a certain criteria for certain success, and that is not what makes you successful. Your gift
Exactly,
makes you
exactly.
successful, and your music can make you timeless if it's relevant in an emotional, connective way. So, time, that's not the issue, right? It's
It's
not the
your
time,
effort.
it's the gift. That's
Yeah,
right.
it's your effort. What are you going to do? Are you going to put the effort that you need to put forth to get to where you're going, or are you just going to give up every time it doesn't go your way?
That's right.
You know, are you going to give up? So I refuse to give up. That's one of my only great things. One of my good gifts is that
Okay.
I don't give up.
So, what do you think keeps you from giving up? When it gets hard, when it gets challenging, and we're going to get into that. What do you think is that underlining factor that keeps you going?
It's changed, and I say that because now what keeps me going now is that I can't let my son see me fail at this. I can't let my kids see me fail.
All right.
You know, with this, that I want them to be able to see that I'm pushing to
Mhm.
complete my goal and I finally have reached a certain step and being able to show my son step to step process
Mhm.
of this, which I didn't have coming up, you
Right.
know,
Mhm.
um, is a gift. So that's what keeps me going. Like just my kids, my family, you know, family. I'm very family oriented,
That's wonderful.
so you know that's what keeps me going, man. I can't explain anything else. It's that simple.
Okay, all right. It's something there. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna dig down deeper a little bit into that of what is the thing that you saying that you can't explain, but it's there. Because it's there and it's on the tip of your tongue, and we're gonna get to it, Grit. Because
Yeah.
that's the name you prefer to be called by, Grit, or what is it? What's your name? What's your artist name that you want to be called?
Gritty is my artist
Okay.
name. My name
Mm-hmm.
is Raymond Gritty Green, but you
Okay.
know, you can call me Gritty, which,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I get the name Gritty from a
Okay.
long line of things. It actually started because I had a nickname that I didn't want everybody to know. So I kind of flipped the nickname that my family called me.
Okay.
They're the only ones that can call me that.
Right.
But so
All
I
right.
flipped it, and now the name Gritty stands for like I come from the grits and gravy of the earth. So I'm
Okay.
gritty inside. I come
Mm-hmm.
from what the universe is made of, what God put here
Mm.
in us. So therefore,
Right.
I'm gritty.
All
You
right.
know.
You came on across there when you said God, boom, it lit up right there for me. Because at
Well,
the end of the again, yes.
if you look at the name Grit Life, a lot of people don't realize. Yeah, I go hard in the paint when it comes to hip hop and
Right.
everything, but I have a strong foundation of
Right.
understanding who guides me. So, you
Mm-hmm.
know, if you look at the name Grit Life behind me, GRITLYFE, it
Mm-hmm.
stands for God's reality and time is loving you forever.
All right now.
So it's a grit
Well,
life.
and that's why you will forever be blessed with what you're doing in your journey, as long as you keep that in there. And that's how you're going to have that wherewithal to withstand the ups, the downs, the in between, because you have that understanding of patience and peace, even in the midst. Did you,
Even in the midst,
even in the
for
midst
sure.
of that? So tell me about your style of rap and where you get your lyrics. Are you writing your own lyrics, or you tell me?
Okay, so
Hmm.
my style of rap changes every song. So
Okay. Hmm.
I've been doing this a long time, of course.
Right.
But what I found is that because I have a unique sound. A
Hmm.
lot of people first hear me, they might say I sound like Busta Rhymes, or they might say I sound like uh, uh, DMX or Ja Rule because of the deep baritone voice sometimes and things
Okay.
like that.
Mhm.
You will hear a lot of the soul influences in some of my stuff. You'll
Okay.
hear a lot of lyrical madness sometimes because I write all my own things. I don't have a ghostwriter. Matter of
Right.
fact, I could ghostwrite for quite a bit of people, honestly.
Oh,
But I like to write my own stuff. I produce all my own beats for the most part. I have other producers that I may go to from time to time.
right.
When I want something fresh or
Mhm.
that doesn't sound like me. I want something different in the studio.
Right.
I got a select few of couture style
Okay.
producers that I deal with.
Right.
So I'll bring them in. But the style is very. I could say it's a playthrough. You're gonna have something to dance to. You're gonna have something to listen to. You're gonna have something to think about. It's a Gritty is a all around talent. Okay, all around talent. It's just not about the raps. It's about how you put things together, how you envision your the masterpiece. I look at everything that I do as a artwork, as if I was Salvador Dali or Basquiat or someone like that. I like to look at it as I'm putting together a masterpiece that nobody else is going to be able to do or replicate. So
I'm listening to the wealth of musical experience and knowledge that you have that traditionally people will not rattle off those names when they incorporate talk about music, especially rap. So that bravo for you.
thank you. I take music very seriously,
Hmm.
not just not just hip hop, but music in general,
Right.
because it's a healing mechanism for a lot of people, you
Right.
know.
Hmm.
And as a musician, as a person who grew up playing trumpet and playing jazz music and stuff like that, you'll hear me incorporate some of those things inside of my music. Um, because the difference of some of the hip hop artists then and now is that a lot of us were musicians first. A lot of us was students of the art and
Right.
students of the art first. And I like to try to incorporate as much as that into the aura of what Grit Life is. Grit Life has cartoon characters coming.
Mhm.
Grit Life has theme songs for those characters and things of that nature that I'll be able to express with everyone out there. So it's just a long list of things. I can keep going
Oh,
about
got it.
it.
No, all right, because it's important, and the more you're speaking, the more that you're opening up your gifts. See, because you're not just one dimensional. You came off in the beginning saying that you're a that you're a rapper, right? But
Hmm.
now I'm hearing all of the gifts. Just like you said, you're a brand. You're doing artistry. You're doing entrepreneurship. You're doing creativity in the arts as far as graphics, writing. These are several different lanes, but all connected to one. So that's awesome and amazing. And I'm in
Thank you.
awe of what you're saying. And then you went even another layer and said that you played instruments, which is another thing that traditionally, although you may think it's common, but it's really not. That as a rapper, that you have picked up instruments and really learn music on what it sounds like, how it moves, how it connects. That's a gift because most, you just hear the music and just play. But when you actually play an instrument, that's genius because now you're learning how music really works and goes into the groove, and when you're going into it.
Yeah, that was the foundation. That
Yeah.
was the foundation was learning music first,
Right. Exactly.
right?
Hmm.
And then paying attention in language arts or paying attention in
Yeah.
language class,
Exactly.
and putting the one and two together. And it's like, for me, language was always my second best subject, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
social studies
Right.
and
Okay.
science. I love science too.
Hmm.
Um, and those things just all go together for me.
Right.
Like music paints that picture. There's a scene in Doctor Strange in the movie where he's
Mhm.
fighting with the music. He's
Right,
using music as weapons, as vibrational weapons,
right,
right? And you learn that all that knowledge goes into that music when you're either
right,
playing or when you're saying or when you're getting into the groove or when you're doing certain things because it's all math and science and all that stuff goes
right.
together.
And just even explaining education to children that way would change the way they grasp the information
hmm
because then they can relate, they can understand that our mind, because just like you were saying, certain things you can't explain, but if they heard it explained in a different way, that would ignite their minds differently as well. Well, let me pay attention because these things are going to be ingrained into whatever other thing I do.
Yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
For sure.
Now, tell me about some of your latest projects that you're working on and that you got going on and things.
So the latest project
Hmm.
right now that is currently out is called Where You Come From. It's a
Okay.
single
Hmm.
talking about gritty where you come from.
Hmm.
Actually, it's funny because people always ask me that, like, where are you from? And I'm like, man, I'm from everywhere. I'm oxygen. I'm from, I'm
Okay.
from, I'm from everywhere.
Hmm.
But I try to with this song, Where You Come From. What I tried to do is give, okay, I was born in New York, but I have that southern that southern umph about it. Like my roots is New York with the lyrics, but my soul comes from that southern kind of root flavor. So I
Right.
kind of try to hit both worlds with this particular song, kind of giving people a flavor where gritty where you come from. And if you listen, I kind of break down what makes gritty if you really listen to the song. And that's the latest project out. The album actually comes out if everything goes well between tonight and tomorrow on November the 15th.
Okay.
We got a couple things to iron out right quick, but I'm independent, so that's the luxury of being an independent artist. I could make things happen the way I need to make happen, and I can kind of control the outcomes the way I want it to happen. So, but
Mhm.
that project is called A Year of the Father.
Okay.
It's a double play on words,
Mhm.
or it's kind of a double play. It's a tribute to my
Oh,
father that I just lost
mhm.
last year, and but it's also a play on words. It's the year
Mhm.
of the father. It's like I'm your dad coming back to this hip hop thing, and I'm
Okay.
telling these little young cats to go sit down. It's the year of the father. Go sit down somewhere real quick.
Mhm.
Let some real people do some things right now. Let's bring some essence back. Let's bring some fun back. Let's get rid of the guns and let's
Mhm.
bring some love back.
Okay. I love that part.
Like
Yeah.
let's bring real lyricism back.
Mhm.
Let's bring those things back. Those things made people smarter at the end of the day.
Right. Yeah.
Even if after you listen to it, after you've jammed to it,
Hmm.
believe it or not, there was something implanted inside of your mind that was light at that time. So
Let's
let's
see.
go.
Hmm.
The new project is real fire. I got some stuff on there. I can't wait to let people hear. Um, especially my creations. With the beats like Where You Come From, I made that beat. I
Okay.
put that together.
Hmm.
And just like a few of the ones on this new one. So you
Oh,
hope everybody loves it.
it sounds exciting. I hear you talking about wisdom and knowledge, bringing that in, and not only just entertaining, but educating at the same time, which is so great and awesome. Because just like you're saying, when you walk away from the music, because sometimes you get so caught in the music, and then you don't even realize sometimes what you really humming until you break it down. But see, when they break yours down, you be like, "Wow, that was
Yeah.
a message in there."
Like look, you can take the house song, Follow Me,
Oh, that's my
Follow
like that's
Me.
my number one. Don't even. Yes.
but the message was there, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the number one go-to. Follow me, yes, because that's inspirational. It's spiritual.
Yep.
That's really what the song is. It's really
It
spiritual.
it really is.
Yes.
So
Hmm.
that's what I want to create is those spiritual experiences as well when people listen to my songs. I got a song on there called Lion's Paw, like
Okay.
a lion's paw,
All right.
because like I am the heart of a lion, and people would get that from that song. Then I got stuff on there like called Barn Street. Barn Street is a street that when I was a baby in Mount Vernon, New York, that's the street that I lived on.
All
But
right.
every time I go there
Mhm.
to Barn Street, when I go back to visit,
Right.
I look at it and it inspires me, and it always inspires me to just keep rapping, keep rapping. So, like the song Barn Street, you'll hear
Mhm.
me just continuously flow. You
Oh,
just hear me continuously flow. So,
mhm.
like, it's a play off of where I come from, and like, in different places in New York and then in the South too. So
Right.
you'll get you'll get both of those because that's what made me.
Exactly. And it's so relatable because when we're being honest, that is our culture, really, that some are fortunate to have the generations right there in their presence that they experienced as time went through. But we have that, the migration in the South, the North and the South, and all of that in there. And you get the city kind of style,
Hmm.
country kind of inspiration down to the earth. You know what I mean? The connected.
Yeah.
It's just so powerful when you bring all of that together because that's a spirit in itself of
Facts.
coming through life, coming through struggles, coming through success, no matter what, right?
Facts.
That's our story.
Facts.
So if it comes through our song, that's even stronger, right? So with you going into your deep lyricists, because everyone that raps is not a lyricist, and it's important to have that word knowledge to be able to craft the word into a musical format that transcends just what you're hearing, but what you
Yeah.
the difference. And so I applaud you. And I am so proud to know that you have that as your structure, your base as an artist, your responsibility to put into the community something that they can grasp, be
For
inspired,
sure.
and it's timeless. See, that's the goal in life. It's
That's a
timeless.
timeless.
Yes.
Well, I'll be real. I got
Mhm.
a cheat sheet available.
Okay. Okay.
You know, I
Hmm.
know things are timeless when my son walks around and sing the hooks and
Right.
sing the things. That's how I know it's timeless. And I'm like,
Right.
okay, I'm good then. Like
Exactly.
when you got these critical 12-year-olds and
Mhm.
teenagers
Mhm.
around you, you're like, is this dope? And they're like, ah,
They're
keep
not going.
going. And
Right.
then they and then you're like, and then when they just walk in and go, Dad, that eat right there, that eat
Right.
right there. And
All right.
I'm like, okay, that's
They knew
word.
something exactly.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so definitely is one of those things where being timeless is key. I
Yes.
mean, like, cause I mean, my one of my favorite artists is Michael Jackson, right?
Oh,
So
yes, I can see. Of course.
Michael to me
Mm.
is the epitome of timeless
Mm.
and
Yes.
prophecy a little bit too. He had a little because he was talking about a lot of stuff before it happened too.
That's right.
Uh, and you could play any of his songs anywhere in this world. People
Mhm.
are gonna know his stuff.
That's right. And as you saying that, only thing come to my mind right off the top is remember the time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And even in that, even though it was a poppy dance, but he was saying something in there about remembering things.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. So I applaud him for that and everything that he did. He always threw some knowledge out there
Exactly. He was
and
genius. Hmm.
genius, right?
Yes.
So was Barry Gordy and
Yes.
Quincy Jones.
Mhm.
You know, Quincy
Mhm.
Jones is a genius in his own right.
Come on now.
Like a straight genius, especially
Right.
with soundtracking. That used to be something I wanted to do with soundtrack movies and stuff like that. So maybe
Hmm.
one day.
Well, who knows what's ahead? Because you do have the timeless factor going, right? So you'll be
Yeah,
able to also expand your brand into wherever God takes you into it. Because that's where,
facts.
if you let that spirit lead you, come on,
Facts.
come on.
You
You
you gotta let it lead you. And when we
Mhm.
get in this way, oh
Exactly.
man,
Yeah.
you got
Let it go, right? If you got to
you,
follow it.
Yeah, right. It's like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. But I've gotten in my way a lot before,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
if you listen to the song, and where you come from, I said rock bottom was my private school. I paid my dues.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've been there. I've been at the bottom. I've been at the top.
Right.
Now, it's at that time where you calibrate and you balance and you flourish and don't be scared to just do you. Don't be scared to put you out there and to continue to, like I said, keep pushing
Mhm.
regardless.
So now, because you hit on the thing that's very sensitive, and I love supporting independent artists because you don't have all the fanfare sometimes that most other artists or musicians have, but you still have the wherewithal. So, what would you say to inspire other independent artists that are questioning right now if they should continue or what to do, and they have some great body of work and content, and they, unsure? What would you speak life to that?
I would say one, stop being scared.
Hmm.
Two, stop being scared. Three, don't care about what other people think.
Hmm. Yeah.
Don't care. They don't matter in your creation. You created that,
Right.
right? And four, stop being scared. So
Go back to
my
that. Exactly. Go ahead.
my thing is if you're an independent artist and you got music, nobody's gonna hear it unless you put it out.
Right.
One.
Mm.
When you get at it, you got to keep putting yourself in places. You got to put yourself in places. It's not just gonna come to you. You got to go. You got to meet people. You got to talk to people.
Hmm.
If there's artists that I know that are introverts, and I'm like, how in the world are you an introvert if you're an artist?
Right.
Like you got to have some extrovert. I'm a super extrovert,
Hmm.
so I can talk to anybody when I'm
Right.
out there. Like, please go to my website. Please
Mhm.
do this, do that. I'm
Right. That's
always I'm
so.
always promoting. I'm
Right.
always promoting myself. I'm always promoting. I go to a store. The guy checking me out the other day,
Mhm.
um, he was like listening to some music and singing. I was like, you should listen to my song.
That's
And
right.
he listened to my song and he
Mhm.
started dancing behind the dang on counter at the gas station. And I got it on video. Now it's gonna go viral because I'm gonna put it out. But
Okay. Yeah.
but he's dancing to my music. But I would have never had
Hmm.
that happen if I hadn't have said anything, right? You
Hmm.
got to be able to say something. Now that song is in his phone on
Hmm.
his playlist.
That's
That
right.
was just another fan that was just made,
Right. But you could have
right?
just easily walked by and not even had that connection.
And had that connect. You never know who's going to connect with you,
Right.
and especially in music.
Mhm.
There was times where I've done shows way back when I was in Kansas City,
Mhm.
and these two old little ladies with
Okay.
purple hair walked up and was like, "We really liked your music. We really liked that. We
Mhm.
really liked it." But guess what? I was up there spitting the most hardest raw stuff you've ever heard in your life.
They
But,
like it was
but
must have been authentically true to what they felt.
they felt it though, right?
Mhm.
They felt it. They felt the soul in it. They felt that they had a good time. But they made their old little self all the way over there to say to tell me that they really like my music.
That was a blessing.
That's a blessing, right? But I say that to the independent artists.
Right.
You don't know who your fan is going to be. You
Correct.
you know, and you make fans everywhere you go, and you got to be vocal about it, and don't be scared to put your stuff out.
Oh, I love that. That's a great way to wrap this on up. So now tell me again what grit life stands for. Because I love.
So, Grit Life stands for God's reality in time is
Mm,
loving you forever. You
mm.
know,
Okay,
and
now.
I want to give like a shout out to Mr. Will Covington too. None of this would ever happen to me in my life, especially with the new single right now without Willamar Publishing and Inferno Music Group,
Right.
Mr. Will Covington. So I want to give
Yeah.
him a very man. He's right
He's
here with
a
me,
good
right
person.
here with me.
Yeah. He's
For,
supportive. He will, if he says what he says is true. If he says a yes, it's yes. If no, it's no. He's a man of his word. And
Facts.
so
You know,
that's an important thing to talk to independent artists about. To align yourself with people that truly are people of substance and truly about their word, and not just coming for you because you have a gift, but coming for you because they believe in what you do and want to support you in that. So,
facts.
mhm.
Facts. You know, I wouldn't. This song wouldn't be doing what it's doing without Mr. Covington. You know, I'll say that. You know, very instrumental in me learning the business further than what I thought. Things I thought I knew, I didn't know. You know, and that's why you got to be a student of this, a student every
That,
day,
that's right. Exactly.
every
And
day.
you have that already built into you to know to be open to learn. Humble yourself, right? Humble
Humble
yourself to
thyself.
people, exactly, because people have something to give you if you're listening. And I mean people that are for you, that have that ingrained in them. They will give you some guidance if you're willing to be open.
Yep. Yep. That's facts. That
All
is
right,
facts.
now you're gonna have to get. I'm gonna have to get one of them grit life shirts now because you talking my language with that one. That's
Hey,
awesome.
they get hey get one. You know you gotta have your brand. This is real. This is real. I want to be in the stores with
Yeah.
LRG, and I want
Mhm.
to be in Belk. I want to be in Macy's. You know, so you know I'm
Oh, you
creating
going to
that.
the grit life store? Okay, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Grit Life Store. You know, I
Mhm.
know what is that? Psycho Bunny will probably be my competitor. So we got some work to work on, but it's getting there. It's getting there.
It's all right. You're only competing against yourself. Remember that. That's the only
Fast.
competition you have. 'Cause you remember we talked about getting out your own way? Get
Get
out
out my
your own
way.
way. Let God work on you. Now you didn't got it all in today. Let it work for you. That's how that.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. So now tell
Facts.
everybody again how to connect with you, with your information, how to all of those things.
Okay. On Facebook, you
Mm-hmm.
should be able to find it Grit Life Entertainment or Grit Life Music on
Okay.
Facebook. On Instagram is at Grit Life Music, GRITLYFE Music.
Wow.
On TikTok, I actually DJ. So I DJ house music on TikTok, DJ underscore Grittronics. That's GRITRONIX, Grittronics.
Mm-hmm.
And just Grit Life Music on Instagram. So, you know, Facebook, Instagram, that's how you find it.
All
Period.
right. So that is amazing. So as we close this out, is there anything that you want to leave your fans and your new fans and your with?
Well, I want to leave everybody this.
Mm-hmm.
Every day you wake up,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to stand out of bed, put your hands up like this, like you're a champion.
All right
Cause
now.
you won that morning. You won. You was able to wake up. That
Mhm.
means you already won. So
Yeah.
you're a champion. I want you to do that. That's what I want to leave everybody with. Every time you're able to wake up, realize you're a champion.
That's a strong.
Peace.
Well, I appreciate you coming on. It's a pleasure talking with you. Definitely, everybody go out there right now and get on your social media, go and get connected, and then go on and buy all the stuff. Buy all that Grit Life stuff and the
Grit
music,
life.
and really listen to it. Really listen to it. That'll keep you locked in to wanting more and more because you know it's substantial, it's sufficient, right?
Facts.
Mm-hmm. So
Facts.
say, go on out there and get your Grit Life on.
They can go to Grit Life World, gritlifeworld.com,
Okay.
uh, gritlifeclothing.com, and
Hmm.
that's how you see everything. Grit Life World is the go-to for everything. For the album, for the clothing, for my services, my mixing and mastering engineering services. Like whatever you need beat production, you need like the next Kanye in your studio, that would be me. You or I'm the next Gritty. But anyway, um, but you know what I mean. Like if you
All
really want some real dopeness, just get at me. I'm ready. I'm already next level, so I'm already there.
right. One last time on that new project you have that's getting ready to come out.
It's called the Year of the Father. The
Okay.
Year of the Father.
All right. So we're
Yeah.
gonna be for that. The year of the Father and be blessed on your journey. All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Listeners, I want to thank you again for joining me for another episode of Boom in Your Face. Please remember to support the podcast on the website. As a reminder, if you'd like to share your Boom in Your Face music or share your Boom in Your Face moment or just want to join in the conversation, reach out and email me at boominyourface616@gmail or visit the website and sign up for the newsletter and share your story. I'm your host, Mary Kearney. Be blessed. Boom in your face. Boom in your face. Boom in your face.